on. Thank you. Oh, my bad. Hey, I'm sorry for that. Hey, look, this is your boy JC from JCE, like Eagles Talk. And look, hey, you see the background. The background is Hungry Dogs. This is it. This is it. If we do not come out this Sunday and beat the New York Jets, I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. You know, if you cut me, I'll bleed green. If we can't beat the Jets on Sunday, we're done. Period. So we are about to get all into the weeds and stuff like that. But the first thing first is, of course, is the injury report. All right, so today, Cox didn't practice. Like, I mean, he usually don't practice a midweek because it's a veterans rest day, you know. But the biggest thing is this: Jordan Howard. A lot of people think that Jordan Howard is the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles are successful. Period. Without Jordan Howard, even though last week we rushed for 208 yards, but without Jordan Howard, it just feel like that it's not the same. So he did not practice today, and trust me, like I don't even think that he's going to play this Sunday. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, I would not play Jordan Howard this upcoming Sunday. If you can't beat the Jets with Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell, and I'm hoping with Jalen Hurts, with Devontae Smith, with Dallas Goddard, you're not going to beat anybody. Just period. Period. You ain't beating no one. All right. So the Jets are not a top 5, a top 10, top 15, top 20 offense or defense. Just speaking, just straight facts, right? You know what I mean? So if you can't beat them with Jordan Howard, I would not rush Jordan Howard back. But we're going to get into if you would rush Jalen Hurts back or not. But on this injury report today, Jordan Howard knee did not practice. Boston Scott, I'm hoping it's just a cold, the sniffles, or he had a headache or something. He did not practice today. Devontae Smith, the same exact thing. I'm hoping that is nothing serious. He did not practice today. Derek Barnett, but everybody else was limited practice. So I'm hoping that tomorrow and Friday, that we get like what is going on with these guys. The Boston Scott, the Devontae Smith. Why are they not practice? Is it COVID? Man, I don't know. Because the Dallas Cowboys, the last time I checked, led the league in most positive COVID tests. You know what I mean? I know that some channels get banned for saying the word COVID. I guess we're going to have to see if my channel get banned. But yes, the Philadelphia Eagles are doing very well with, controlling the whole COVID issue and stuff like that. But a lot of these guys that are out are injuries. They're not like COVID-related symptoms or anything like that. So I'm hoping that that continues throughout the season. But yeah, so I mean, hey, we'll see. We will see. You know what I mean? So we will see. But before I move on, if you are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, I prefer you to watch on YouTube. But wherever you are watching, hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy because we about to get into it. We about to get into it. We about to get in the weeds and stuff like that to really, really talk about what is going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Russell Wilson rumors. Is he coming to the Philadelphia Eagles? The Jalen Hurts, the Gardner Minshew. Who do you want to start this Sunday? We are about to get into it. So if you like it, hit the like button and move on to my YouTube channel. If you are watching me on Facebook, and if you don't watch it on YouTube, just hit that like button so you could push this channel out to the people that are watching on Facebook and there are not fans on this show. But without further ado, you know what? This guy right here. Let's just get this out the way. You know what I mean? Because I'm sick and tired of people bringing Russell Wilson all day today. Jalen Hurts is hobbling. Miles Sanders is hobbling. Hey, Boston Scott is sick. But the most trending thing on the Philadelphia Eagles was this guy, Russell Wilson. I thought that we passed beyond Russell Wilson, beyond the Aaron Rodgers, the Russell Wilson, and we was going to give Devontae Smith an opportunity to show what he has. And all of a sudden, today, this Twitter page that's quoting Adam Scheffler, and we all love Adam Scheffler because a lot of times, 8 times out of 10, I'm not even going to say 9 times out of 10, but 8 times out of 10, when he says something, he quotes something, it's right. But do we want Russell Wilson in this system? Do we want Russell Wilson on the Philadelphia Eagles? Guess what? If you answer yes, what would you give up to get Russell Wilson? How many picks? Would you mortgage our future to get Russell Wilson? I mean, just hit me up, yes or no. This is a serious conversation because Adam Scheffler, 9 times out of 10, do not report fake pages. He don't go off off TMZ or anything like that. He clearly hear from inside the camp or other sources that's close to the camp saying, hey, the Eagles, might be after Russell Wilson, or Russell Wilson might waive his no trade clause to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. Deshaun Watson denied his no trade clause to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the first quarterback I'm hearing that is willing to actually waive his no trade clause to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. For those of you who don't know what that means, is this. I saw my contract. I'm like, look, you cannot trade me unless I approve the team I'm going to. So, according to this Twitter page that's quoting Adam Scheffler, that Russell Wilson is willing to say, hey, if Philadelphia Eagles are on that page, guess what? I'd be willing to go there. How true is it? I don't know. I do not know, but I would like to hear. I would seriously like to hear. I know what I don't want. I would like to hear, what would you like? Would you want Russell Wilson on the Philadelphia Eagles, and what would you give up? What would you mortgage to get a Russell Wilson that is, I believe he's 31 right now, coming off a finger injury on his throwing hand, and you saw him play on Monday night. Besides the last 2 minutes and 15 to 20 seconds, Russell Wilson was trash because maybe his injured finger. But DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, this dude had good wide receivers on his team and still managed to lose to the Washington football team. So is this the type of guy that you want That's his hit. He's in his 30s. You might have to give a possibly 2 first-round pick this year. I don't know. Maybe 2 first-round pick this year. Maybe a second and a third next year. I don't know how desperate Howie Roseman is. That's the issue with the Philadelphia Eagles. How desperate is Howie Roseman? What he is willing to give up? We mortgaged the future for Carson Wentz. We went from I believe that year from 7th to 2nd, and we gave up a lot, like 2 first-round pick, a St. Bradford. I mean, we gave up a lot to literally move up to that 2nd-round pick to end up 4 years later looking for a franchise quarterback. So what are you willing to give up to get a Russell Wilson? I mean, me personally, I don't want him. All right, so I'm just going to put that out there. I do not want Russell Wilson on my team, but it is what it is. Let's get to the comments. TSA, you're late. I'm not late, actually. I'm right on time. No sound. Thank you very much. That's the reason why I put on the sound. Richard Pratt, hey, I appreciate you. Yes, I corrected my mistake. Thank you. Thank you. We just need more time to stew. I mean, look, the off season is right around the corner. Black Monday, which is AKA the coaches that don't deserve to be on a team, is week 19. Week 18 is over with. The next day, the next Monday is Black Monday. All the coaches get fired. You have a minimum of 5 days. Even if you think that you survive Black Monday, which is a firing day, which is where coaches get fired, you have 5-day grace period, and then you end up getting fired before the weekend. So, you know what I'm saying? Going back to Tia's a question is, we just need more time to stew. Look, this is going to be week. I mean, the Eagles are 5-7. This is week 12. Week 12. There's only 17 games. We only have 5 games remaining. 5 games remaining. How much more time you have to stew on who you want as your starting quarterback moving forward? And if you are calculating that in your brain, you have to put everything into contrast, okay? His offensive line was healthy. Was all his weapon healthy? His coaching staff. Did his coaching staff stop him from being the quarterback that he was supposed to be? Did his defensive coordinator has something to play in it? It's a whole team effort. If you need time to stew, you literally need to go back and watch the past 12 games and tell me, hey, was it all Jalen Hurts' fault or not? If it's all his fault, get rid of Jalen Hurts. Get rid of him right now. But if there's any doubt in your mind that if the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff would have called better plays, we would have possibly had 1 or 2 more wins. If his surrounding area, let's say Rager, Watkins, a Smith, a Goddard, would have caught the touchdown. I saw a stat today. The Philadelphia Eagles skill position guys, the tight ends, the wide receivers, the running back, total have missed over 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns. That is at least 1, 2, or 3 more games. Depends on what game you're looking at. You know, the Chargers game, we barely lost. We should not even lost that game. the Chargers game, uh the 49ers game. We should not have lost that game. I mean, we had 2-3 drop touchdown that game alone. So you have to take everything into consideration. So, yo, Richard, I'm with you, brother. Yo, I appreciate you. Dan Hood, Fly Eagles Fly all day. Bird Gang, I appreciate you coming through. I'm good. Wilson not 100% healthy. He's not 100% healthy. He's not. But you see, though, if he's not 100% healthy, he's trash. He's below average quarterback. If he's not 100% healthy, he got the same weapons. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Richard. I'm really, really glad you brought that up because every quarterback needs what? Talent around him. If you have talent around you, you are the problem. You need to be healthy. Russell Wilson, he was not healthy. He's not healthy. This is the first time he lost 8 games, literally 8 games in a season. That's saying a lot. He's not healthy. He do got DK Metcalf, freaking Lockett, like the 2 top flight wide receivers in the league, but he still can't do nothing. You know why? He's not healthy. His offensive line is not giving him time. If you a realistic football fan, you watch that Monday night game against the Washington football team that we all said was not, it's not, I mean, it like the defense from Washington football team is not that great, blah, 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 blah. Yo, they look like a top 5, top 3 defensive team, defensive line on Monday night. Why was that? Russell Wilson was overthrown, underthrown, trying to feed the ego of DK Metcalf. So he's human. Russell Wilson is human. Oh my God. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that Russell Wilson would be like any other quarterback without protection, without weapons, or with injuries? Who would have thought that he would be a regular guy? So, I mean, I'm eager to hear these comments. Do you want Wilson or Hurts moving forward? Because my gut feeling is this. If you give up to go out there and get a Russell Wilson, I promise you, the Seattle Seahawks will want a quarterback in return, especially this draft class is buns. Yo, they are trash. This draft class is not like 4 or 5. Oh my God, like the top 10 picks will be quarterbacks. It's not. Maybe 1 or 2. So the Seattle Seahawks are saying this, especially if they keep Pete Carroll. So now you're saying, oh, okay, well, let's get rid of Wilson, but we want Jalen Hurts back in return, maybe 2 first-round pick, a second next year, and a third the following year. Is that enough to move on from Jalen Hurts, asking for 2 first-round picks, knowing the issue is really not on offense? It's really on defense. Knowing that issue, are you willing to move away from possibly 2 first-round picks, even if it's a first this year, a first next year, a first the third year, a second? I'm telling you, the Seahawks is going to want some more than just draft picks. They might want a Jalen Hurts. They might want a Kenneth Gainwell because their backfield is getting old with Collins and should that do that that keep getting hurt, Carson. I mean, so you have to look at all that. Do you want Russell Wilson on his team, and what are you willing to give? Period. What are you willing to give? So Bird Gang, so Grandizer, it just got home. You to me set up. Hey, you're good. Yo, I appreciate you, man. I would whether the baby Wilson we work with him, we might lose Hurts. I would whether the baby Wilson we work with him, we might lose her. Okay, I mean, look, if you're talking about Wilson 4 or 5 years ago, absolutely. I give up 3 first round pick for the Russell Wilson from 4 or 5 years ago. Right now, the Russell Wilson from right now, I would not give up 2 first round picks to get Russell Wilson right now because he is getting older in age. I believe that someone put in the chat he is, man, you know, I believe that someone put Russell Wilson age in the chat. I believe they said that he was about to be 33 years old. But Russell Wilson got a lot of miles on him. I mean, he took the Seattle Seahawks to back-to-back Super Bowls. He should have won, but with the stupid passing play at the goal line, he did not win. But okay, hey, Bobby Murphy, he turned 33 November 29th. So he's already 33 years old. Thank you, Bobby Murphy. He's already 33 years old. Russell Wilson's 33 years old. How many more years he have if you mortgage the future? Like the first 2, 3 first-round picks, a second and a third, next year and the following year. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? The problem is with the Eagles that they have no patience with quarterback besides McNabb. After McNabb, they had no patience. McNabb was there for a long time, I believe 10, 11 years. McNabb was with the Philadelphia Eagles. After that, I mean, every other quarterback was like 1 and done, 2 years and done, 3, 4 years and done, boom, boom, boom. But you have to give this quarterback time, and you have to surround them with the right weapons. You can't just put anybody around them. You need to put weapons around them. Besides McNabb, McNabb had Greg Lewis, Drim Thrash, Freddie Mitchell. Selleck was the best besides the running back, but Selleck was the best. Brent Selleck was the best skill position wide receiver outside the running back that the Philadelphia Eagles have throughout McNabb tenure besides T.O. in 2004. Just think about that. McNabb got drafted in 99. He played at least 12 years, 10 years in Philadelphia Eagles, and one skill position was T.O. In 2004, he brought to the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles are so impatient they do not invest in skill positions. They do not. I'm sorry. Especially when it comes down to the wide receivers. They just don't. Ethan, what's going on, my guy? Please get Wilson. Hey, look, I would love to hear your reason why, Carter. Like, I would like to hear your reason why and what would you give up to get a Russell Wilson to the Philadelphia Eagles? 3 first-round pick, 2 first-round pick, like a 1, like 2 first-round this year, a 2 and 3 the following years. What would you give up, Carter, to give a Russell Wilson? A TSA, thank goodness for the offseason. This season is so stressful. One day we look like the best team in the division. Next, we look like the Lions. Agree to disagree. The division right now, we know what the Dallas Cowboys are. Every November, December, they start folding, and they let everybody else in the division. Do we really, really believe that the Giants should have beat the Eagles this past Sunday? I don't. Do you believe that the Giants was the better team that day on the field with 3 interceptions with the fumble. The Giants only put up 13 points, and we spotted them 4 turnovers. We spot the Giants 4 turnovers, and still, they only managed to put up 13 points. So now what? The Giants is automatically, in my mind, is out. The Washington football team. The Washington football team is a great story with Tyler Heineken. I love Heineken. I drink him on a daily basis. I love Heineken. But Tyler Heineken, to me, is a younger Fitzmagic, Fitzpatrick, Fitztragic. It's an accident waiting to happen. I'm telling you right now. Tyler Heineken is not the future of the Washington football team. If anything, Kirk Cousins was a better option to keep on the Washington football team than Tyler Heineken. But some way, somehow, they did not believe in Kirk Cousins and they let him walk away. That's cool by us because he killed the Philadelphia Eagles. So we loved it when they didn't keep Kirk Cousins. So do you really think that Tyler or Taylor Heineken is the future for the Washington football team? And of course, we come back to our favorite sons that never let us down, the Dallas motherfucking Cowboys. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not going to start no female that's watching this show. You know what I mean? Yo, they are the Dallas motherfucking Cowboys. They are what they are every year. They start off hot and then they cool off November, December, which are the months that the Philadelphia Eagles are the strongest. November, December, the Eagles are the strongest. The Dallas Cowboys get the weakest. So, look, this division is still wide open. So, I really believe that the Washington football team is still in it. The New York Giants, some way, somehow, is still in this division. The Philadelphia Eagles is still in this division. I mean, and the Dallas Cowboys. Every team is in this division. Don't count nobody out until mathematically eliminated. You are done. There's no way that you can even sneak into the 7th seed. You're done. That's when you give up. You don't give up when you like, yo, if I win 2-3 games in a row, I'm literally the number 7, the number 6 seed. You don't give up then. Do not give up then. It's Carter say, Seattle don't have an offensive line. Horrible. You know what, Carter? Some Eagle fan will argue that the Eagles' offensive line is not that great either. Even today, I read that the Eagles' offensive line is horrible. So even if you get a Russell Wilson, who is your offensive line? Today, I read that. Man, I disagree because I really feel like with Mariota, Dickerson, Kelsey come back, or Kelsey right now, with oh shoot, he is he's on the IR right now, but it was right now is Herbert. Herbig is the right guard. You know, Driscoll went down. So he was playing pretty good throughout the season because Brooks went out the first, second game of the season. But when Driscoll came in, game out, he started just building that rapport with the rest of the offensive linemen, and now they started clicking. And now he's out. Then Herbig, he's back in right guard with Lane Johnson. So far, we did not have to shuffle a lot at all. We only had to move Herbig, right guard, boom, and Driscoll is out. That's it. So thank God we did not try to overthink this and try to move Dickerson to right guard and all this mess. I'm glad that we only move Driscoll is hurt. You just plug in the right guard, and hopefully between Kelsey and Lane Johnson, he will be okay. And then if Brendan Brooks come back, I even heard today that Brendan Brooks might not even come back to after the bye week. Guess what? We have the Jets. We have to buy. It's a possibility that the Philadelphia Eagles can have a healthy, the best offensive line after the bye week with Mariota, Dickerson, Kelsey, Brendan Brooks, Lane Johnson. Who is getting through that with 4 games left in the division against the Washington football team, against the New York Giants, the Washington football team, and the Dallas Cowboys? Who's getting through that? I don't see a lot of those teams getting through the Eagles' offensive front if Brendan Brooks come back. But even if Brendan Brooks don't come back, I still feel confident that Herbert, he's better at right guard than center, because we saw what he did at center. He cost us a Boston Scott 25-yard touchdown run because he was holding. So I'm very confident that the Eagles are good to go. Whoever comes on the offensive line, as long as you don't start playing all this, changing and stuff like that. If you just plug one person in, then the other positions are set. We're good to go. We are good to go. Go get Wilson and bring Lockett with them. I mean, it's all dreamy scenarios, though, Carter. That is a dreamy scenario, because if I bring Wilson, hey, you might as well get Devontae Adams to come with Wilson. And now we're talking, okay, the Eagles might be the favorite in the NFC East and the NFC, period. You know what I mean? But you can't bring Wilson. What are you going to have to give up? You have to give up something. Like, you have to give up something to get a Russell Wilson. It's not an easy, hey, Wilson, here's one draft pick. Come on board. Everybody stay put. If Wilson come on board, the Seattle Seahawks would want a quarterback in return, regardless if they draft a first-round quarterback or not. I believe that their pride would get in the way, and they would want Jalen Hurts, because the Philadelphia Eagles are horrible. If you are an Eagles fan and you saw Russell Douglas, you saw Nelson Aguilar, you saw Mac Hollins, I mean, you're watching these guys that was crap, was shit on the Eagles offense and defense, and balling out now would easily be top 1, the best, or the second best on offense or defense on the Philadelphia Eagles. I dare you to tell me that Russell Douglas would not be better than Steven Nelson. Look, I dare you to tell me that. If you tell me that Russell Douglas would not be the second best besides Big Play Slate on the Philadelphia Eagles, then you're smoking some stuff. And trust me, I will email you my address, and I want some of that. Period. I do want some of that, because I'm telling you right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are horrible. Man, they are so bad in developing players that Sidney Jones, even though he's getting pass interference call, but he's playing. He's playing as a number 2 corner. Russell Douglas, a number 2/number 1 corner on the Green Bay. Mac Hollins is making plays on the Miami Dolphins, like easily would be competing with Quez Watkins as the number 2. Quez Watkins would be the number 3. Mac Hollins will be the number 2 wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Like I'm telling you, even the linebackers that we get rid of, the Jordan Hicks, the Gruden Hills, like those guys are balling out everywhere they go. Besides the Philadelphia Eagles, what is the problem with us developing guys that we drafted? We wasted our time, and we saw the potential, but we would not sign them to a long-term contract. Where does the problem lies? GM, general, the owner, the coach. Where does the problem lies? Because everybody I've seen, even Malcolm Jenkins, he's balling out in the Saints uniform. Only $3 million different. $3 million. He still could have been a Philadelphia Eagle. Everybody that leave the Eagles team go out and succeed elsewhere. So that's why I don't want us to get rid of a Jalen Reagor or a JJ or Sega Whiteside. Just you have to get the right coaching around these guys. If other teams could do it, why can't we do it? What's the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles with developing players? That is what's pissing me off. What is the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles with developing players? We are so bad. Unless you're bona fide, you come out the gate firing like a Devontae Smith, a Dallas Goedert. You're not on this team. You're not. So what patience had the Philadelphia Eagles have? And actually, and when I mean patience, put these guys on the field. JJ Arcega-Whiteside had not started a game. Make him start a game over Nelson, he's so bad, I can't remember. Jalen Reagor. What do we have to lose? They both were high draft picks over DK and Justin Jefferson. They both were high draft picks. What do you have to lose? Make JJ start or put a package for JJ in the red zone. Just put a package for him because right now he is better. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is better than Jalen Reagor because he is catching the ball when the ball comes to him. Point blank. Grandizer, Washington is not such a bad team. They need a QB, and that solved a lot of their issues. They got a stud running back, wide receiver, tight end, decent O-line. Their defense can still be good, and I agree with everything you just said. I cannot even disagree with anything that you just said. Or do you want Minshew moving forward? Hell, okay, you know what? Hey, look, that is not a question for me. That is a question for the people out there that's watching. Do you want Minshew moving forward? Are you sick or tired of Jalen Hurts because he's not accurate enough? You know what I mean? Because he's not he's only played his 16th game, which is he finally played a full season. Jalen Hurts just played his full season. He just played his full season last Sunday, 16 games. 16 games. And look at his stats. I'm not going to look it up because I've been watching it all week. Go look at Jalen Hurts stats for a full 16 games and tell me he does not have potential for the next 2-3 years. If we had patience with a Sidney Jones, which is playing well right now, I believe for the Jacksonville, or I just saw him catch a pass interference call this past Monday. But he's playing pretty good right now. We wasted 4 years on Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, I mean, a Nelson Aguilar. Even after his 5 years was up, we still gave him a 1 year extension. He balled out during the Super Bowl year, but we just got, hey, you know what? You're not the guy. I mean, so how much patience does the Philadelphia Eagles fans have? Is it the fans or the front office? Who is losing patience faster? I need the answer. Like, is it the fans that's losing patience or the front office that's taking pressure from the fans to win right now? You need to win right now. We're not losers. We Rocky Balboa, even though he lost the first round, but nobody realized that Rocky actually lost his first fight. And then he came back in Rocky 2, Rocky 3, but he lost. Like, it took some time to get to that championship round again. But nobody wants to be patient. Everybody just wants to win right now because we got spoiled by the Andy Reid era. The Andy Reid era spoiled us. But you're forgetting one thing. Andy Reid had the late, great Jim Johnson with him, which was a baller. Jim Johnson, man, he was my favorite Eagle defensive coordinator of all time. Nobody, I don't care about Buddy Ryan. Hell no. Like, Jim Johnson, the late, great Jim Johnson, was the best defensive coordinator I've seen in my lifetime for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, he had a balance. He knew exactly your weakness. He studied. Look, it seemed like that he stayed up like all night studying that offense to find their weakness. He found that wall and he kept on hitting that wall. That wall came down and was all over with. That's what I remember with the Philadelphia Eagles defense being. You know what I mean? So, but we had to have patience, though. It wasn't just off the bat. Carter said Wilson 100%. Okay. Give them Hurts. All right. Hey. All right. I mean, it's your opinion. And one of the first round pick, but it might cost more than just Hurts and the first round pick. How much are you willing to give, Carter? How much are you willing to give to get Wilson? Wilson, Richard said, Wilson is a temporary fix. We must think about our future. I agree. I agree. TSA, baby Wilson equals Hurts. And I agree. Just give him time. Give him time. If we get Wilson, I think we lose Hurts. Absolutely 100,000% sure. If we trade Russell Wilson for Hurts, we would definitely lose Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not going to sit behind a Russell Wilson because they are the same type of player, period. Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts were two completely different players. Carson Wentz, Nick Foles were two completely different players. But Russell Wilson and Jalen Hurts are the same type of players. One just need to grow into that position. I mean, Russell Wilson came from Wisconsin, if I'm correct. Wisconsin went a all-pro offense, right? It was mainly, hey, you drop back, you scan the field, you throw. He was taught how to be a pocket passer from Wisconsin, if I'm correct. I mean, it's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure that Russell Wilson came from Wisconsin, a fourth-round draft pick. But I may be wrong. But, hey, look, the last time I checked, Wisconsin was a pro offense where you didn't have no armband, where you didn't look to the sideline. You was a guy in charge. You was calling the plays from the minute it said go. You was calling the plays. You was doing the audibles. You was not in college. You was a pro-style offense. Russell Wilson came out ready. Even in Alabama, sometimes I see him looking to the sideline. Even in Alabama, I see them looking to the sideline and for all this little gadget stuff, the signs of what to do. But if I'm correct, Russell Wilson came up from pro style offense ready to go. That's why he took Matt Flynn's job, which signed that year for a multi-million-dollar contract, and he beat him out in training camp because he was more ready than Matt Flynn. So, Grandizer, some teams think that they can do what Tampa did. They call it Tom Brady a team, meaning at a top that quarterback, and we could have a Super Bowl. Exactly. Your Tom Brady went to the perfect situation. Any quarterback, a Russell Wilson, a Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, man, I would have to say even a Deshaun Watson. Man, like I can't think of all the quarterbacks right now, but Tom Brady went into the perfect situation. A Dak Prescott, I'm telling you, that was a perfect situation that Tom Brady went in. Jameis Winston threw 31 TDs, 33 interceptions. He was basically canceled that team out. So he was the problem. It wasn't the defense. It wasn't the running back. It wasn't the wide receiver. It wasn't the tight end. It was the quality of quarterbacks you had in the backfield throwing the ball. And Tom Brady is a smart cat. He's a smart cat. He's the GOAT for a reason, even though I think it's Jerry Rice. But hey, Tom Brady is a GOAT quarterback for a reason because he pick and choose exactly. Like he had plenty of options where to go. The Chargers, I thought that he was going to go to San Diego with Keenan Allen, with Mike Williams, with Austin Eckler, with Evan Ingram on the defensive line, with Bosa on the defensive line. I thought that he was set, but he chose the perfect team to go to with a lot of big weapons. A lot of big weapons. So Zach Burnout Applegate. Hey, look, if y'all are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I would love to see y'all on game day. I only do play-by-play on YouTube. So if you're watching and you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan and you can't get the game, you know, I do play-by-play every Sunday. So please go subscribe to my channel. The link is either below or in my bio. So go subscribe to my channel and I will see you every Sunday to talk about the Eagles game. And also, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. I don't care. Just hit the dislike button. If you don't like what I'm saying, hit that dislike button. I don't care. My feelings does not get hurt. I mean, I've been an Eagles fan my whole life. I've been through it all. But all that is saying that you are pushing my content out for other people, other Eagle fans and haters to go watch it. But let's move on past that. Zach say Wilson is past his prime. We need to stick with Hurts. Why give up our future for an aging quarterback? And I agree. Like, I'm not even going to say nothing else about that. I agree. Russell Wilson's aging quarterback, 33 years old. He just turned 33. He's been beat up. He was a running quarterback. He never had an offensive line until 3-4 years into the league. So imagine how beat up he is. Right now, Russell Wilson got his 8th loss on Monday Night Football. First time ever. Russell Wilson losing 8 games. Because you know what? The injuries are adding up right now. His age is a factor. We need to take that into consideration. Jalen Hurts is in his prime. It's not even in his prime yet. He's not even in his prime yet. and we won't give them a chance because we want to win now, guess what? The Eagles overall offense, defense, coaching staff is not ready to win today. Next year, maybe with the draft picks that we have, with the money, we have about $40, $50 million of free agents to sign. We have the perfect opportunity to keep our young guns and sign veterans wide receiver like Allen Robinson or Chris Godwin to come to the Philadelphia Eagles and help Jalen Hurts get better. An offseason with Devontae Smith, with a full offseason with these, the free agents that we are going to sign. So why rush to get a Russell Wilson, which maybe would give us 3-4 years? But what would we have to give up? Mortgage our future. Offensive lineman, maybe. Our first 3 first-round pick, maybe. Jalen Hurts, maybe. I mean, there's so much stuff that we could give up that the Seahawks, because they used to be a losing organization, but they take a bite of the apple of like, oh my God, this winning tastes good. They've been winning ever since then, regardless if they won a Super Bowl or not. But there was always, every year was like, Seattle is going to make the playoffs. Seattle is going to make the playoffs. Seattle is going to make the playoffs. Every year, there was no doubt in nobody's mind that Seattle was going to make the playoffs. But they went through the pain and suffering before that. So we need to just steadfast and just like say, hey, Wilson is past his prime. He's 33 years old. His finger got dinged up. The next thing you know, his knees might go out because he had never had a knee injury that kept him out before. But he's a running quarterback also. He's a Jalen Hurts, but an older version. But he had to learn how to be a really good pocket passer because he was running for his life. Go check Russell Wilson first 2 years in Seattle. He was running for his life. He was running for his life. Unless he handed the ball off, he was running for his life because his offensive line was trash. And then the Seattle Seahawks decided to upgrade the offensive line a little bit. They went out and spent some money, upgrade the offensive line, upgrade the defense, and build a championship team around him. But it didn't come the first year. Hell no, it did not. It did not come the first year. What's going on, Eagle and Sister? My guy, hey, if you want to come on, feel free. Just let me know, and I'll bring you on. Burnout. Wilson is past his prime. We need to stick with Hurts. Why give up our future for aging quarterback? Exactly. Everybody is basically saying the exact same thing. Bobby Murphy. Wilson looked washed up this season. See, look, everybody so far right now is on board minus 1 or 2 people, but everybody pretty much is saying that Wilson is past his prime. Maybe is his throwing finger that make him look past his prime, but just off age alone, I mean, just off the wear and tear that he had over the past 8-9 years, I would not take Russell Wilson. I would just build around a young quarterback. And that's the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles. We have no patience. Besides McNabb, no quarterback went past 5 years. Barely went past 4 years. When do a quarterback only have 4 years to say, hey, you know what? We about to win a Super Bowl? When does that happen unless you have everything around you? Offense, defense, special teams, your head coach, your defensive coach, everything is set up for you to win now. All the Philadelphia Eagles are set to win now. Yes or no question. Are they ready to win right now? Is Russell Wilson is one piece away that we're missing to win a Super Bowl? Easy question. Easy question. If you answer no, then guess what? Don't get rid of Hurts. If you answer yes, okay, get rid of Hurts. Is Russell Wilson the missing piece? Take into consideration first time head coach, first time defensive coordinator, young offensive line, basically Mariota, Driscoll, freaking Dickerson, Johnson was hurt, Brendan Brooks went down, Miles Sanders can't stay healthy. We got Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts can't catch a cold, butt naked, wet in Alaska. I mean, it's so much stuff going on the Philadelphia Eagles. Is Russell Wilson, if he comes on right now today, will take us to the Super Bowl next year? Okay. I mean, yeah. So, Grandizer, what would be interesting is who is the Eagle organization want Wilson? That is your first question. Who is pound table? Look, we don't know. Nobody, no fans know that question. Only internal, only Howie Roseman, only Jeffrey Lurie, only Nick Sirianni know the answer to that question. We are fans. The only thing we could go off of is this. Hey, we're fans. We've been through the downs. And guess what? We literally thought that Carson Wentz was our franchise. He was our savior. He was our Brett Favre. He was our Aaron Rodgers. And then 4 years later, he's gone. See, that's what's pissing me off. Like, you do not get rid of guys because you don't think because they're not that guy. You build around them. We built around Carson Wentz in 2017 to 2018 season. We brought in the vets, the Jordan Howard, the Ajayi, the Alshon Jeffries, the Torrey Smith. We built around him to be able to contend for a Super Bowl because we was a few players away. Now we are more than a few players away, but if you go out and get a Russell Wilson, you'll never reach that goal. You'll never, maybe a Russell Wilson 5 years ago, go get him, mortgage the future. I'm all in. I'm a gambler. I'm all in 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Right now, hell to the no. No, I'll take my chances with Jalen Hurts. Does wanting a vet quarterback say that Sirianni and his staff can develop talent? I mean, look, we don't know. This is Nick Sirianni's first year calling plays ever. He never called plays in any level in his life. He's been waiting for this moment. Like Andy Reid. You know what? And I love Andy Reid for this reason. If you look at Andy Reid, if you know the history of Andy Reid, when things were going wrong, he said, hey, you know what? I'm going to give up play calling. Andy Reid gave up play calling, and you know that was hurting him and like, oh my God, I can't believe he gave up play calling to see if he was the problem or the team was the problem or the quarterback was the problem. He gave up play calling, and then he took it back because he saw that he wasn't the problem. But Andy Reid is not afraid to try different things. So Nick Sirianni, this is his first year. This is his first year. So, a Grandizer, ask yourself this question. If you were the coach or anybody, ask yourself this question. If you were the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, would you run the ball? Especially as an inexperienced coach, your first year, would you run the ball? And hopefully everything else that you wanted to see evolve over time, not right then and there. And that's the problem with Nick Sirianni, that he came into the spotlight saying, you know what? Man, I've been waiting for this. Yup. Yeah, my dad told me this, and yup, I'm a quarterback, son, and I'm a quarterback. I'm a wide receiver at heart, so I'm gonna do it my way. And that's the problem that happened with Nick Sirianni. He came in too cocky. He came in too cocky, and he fell straight flat on his face until he went back to the basics. So it's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. I would just came in. So I would look at the team that I'm going to and say, you know what? This team with a Mariota, with the Kelsey, with the Dickerson, this team is built to run the ball. Like, the more you back up, hike, and you are trusting your 300-pound lineman to keep backing up. Once you get up, if you're watching this, get up and imagine that you're offensive lineman. You're 300 pounds. There's other 300-pound guys that are literally pushing you back. How long would it take for you to get an Achilles tear or a hamstring injury or a lower body injury? Not long, because like a 300-pound plus is not supposed to go backwards constantly 30, 40 times a game. Think about it. You are going backwards 30, 40 times, 25 times a game. It's not scientific. It's not healthy for your body. Just like being in the military for 10 years and constantly running every day, it's not good for your lower back. After a while, guess what? Your lower back gonna go out. You're gonna start feeling some pain. That's what the offensive alignment is. So Nick Sirianni came into the season saying, you know what? I'm going to do it my way. I don't care what anybody else say. And I don't even know if Harry Roseman has something to do with the play calling the first 6-7 games of the season. Look, I don't know. I'm not going to say, yeah, Harry Roseman did or nothing like that. I'm just saying, as a coach, you hired me. You hired me for a job. So let me do my job. If not, then fire me halfway through the season. And then people going to say, guess what? I'm going to go on the news and say this. I was trying to run the ball, and Howie Roseman did not want me to run the ball, and that's why I got fired. Just put him out on blast. Put him out on blast, because it's not your fault that you got fired. Everybody is thinking you suck. It's your reason why this team is failing when there's higher issues. Like Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson got fired because he went to Jeffrey Lurie and said, hey, I'm the first Super Bowl winning coach you had and your whole franchise. Not championship, Super Bowl. I'm the first Super Bowl winning coach you had. I deserve more say in what is going on with my team. But they didn't like that. They say, you know what? Yeah, thank you very much, but you're out the door. Because it's a power struggle. So as long the GM is the same, the owner is the same, unless they change their ways, Nick Sirianni right now, he has no say. But the past 5 weeks, the Philadelphia Eagles are number one in rushing. Over 200 something yards every game. That if you average it out, 200 yards per game, nobody is close. And if the Philadelphia Eagles rush for 175 yards this Sunday, they will be the first team in NFL history to rush for more than 175 yards in six straight games. It's unheard of. But we have the talent to do it, so why not do it? It's not about the throws and the highlight catches and all the fist bump and all the if we throw touchdowns. No, get the dub, get the win. The fans will be on your side, and guess what? You will get a contract extension because they ain't got no choice. But sorry, JC, no. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't forget, this is the play-by-play on YouTube Game Day. Absolutely. And I will be doing play-by-play this Sunday for the Jets versus the the Eagles versus the Jets, because we are going back to that sorry metal life freaking turf that hurt Jalen Hurts, but we are going back there. So welcome Eagle and Censor Fact. Welcome Bobby Murphy. Thank you, Grandizer. What's good? Yes, sir. Eagles remain scheduled is the New York Jets. Hey, matter of fact, let's shift the conversation a little bit. Let's just a little bit. If the Philadelphia Eagles loses to the New York Jets, are we tanking? The New York Jets got like 3 wins. I mean, they are tied with the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, they are bottom feeder. Are we tanking? Are we done with the season? Because at that time, we would have 8 losses. And there are 3-4 teams ahead of us with 6 losses. So we are hoping that we could go undefeated the rest of the way. And those teams lose at least 2 or 3 more games with at least maximum 5 to 6 games left. So are we tanking or not? That's my question. If the Eagles loses on Sunday to the Jets, what are we doing? What do you want to do as a fan? All right. So before I answer it, I'm going to read all the comments and try to answer the comments. And then I will tell you what I would do if we lose to the Jets. Simple. It's easy for me. Eagle and Sister Podcast. All chill fam. Yes, sir. Boom. I think Seahawks don't have a first round pick this year in 2022. They don't. They gave it up to the Jets, I believe. I believe that the Seahawks gave their first round pick to the Jets to get Adams, because Adams came from the Jets. So I believe that Seahawks gave their first round pick this year to the Jets, and that's why they don't have their first round pick this year. Grandizer, Dolphins have a lot of injuries at wide receiver too, so Matt Collins get a chance. I like him, but he would not be out there. Preston Williams, Will Fuller, and Albert Wilson could stay healthy. And I agree with you, Grandizer, but it's all come down to opportunity. So you would tell me that the way that Matt Collins been balling since last year, by the way, matter of fact, he caught that 1 in 26 catch that throw by Ryan Fitzpatrick on the sideline toe that gave him an opportunity to get in the playoffs, whatever it was. But it's all about opportunities. All I'm saying is this. You don't know what these guys are about if you don't give them an opportunity. You have to give them an opportunity, or else you're going to lose out on your hitting gems. That's it. Rasul Douglas would easily been our number 2 big body 6'2", 6'3" cornerback on the opposite side of Darius Slay. Darius Slay is on his way. I hope y'all go vote for him for the Pro Bowl, but he should make the Pro Bowl. Imagine that. Darius Slay, Rasul Douglas, and freaking Maddox. I'm telling you, this defense will be legit in the secondary because Rasul Douglas is having an outstanding year. You know what I mean? Period. He's having an outstanding year. Yeah, what does your hoodie say? Oh, it says, let me see this. Let me take this banner off real quick. Look, it says, pursue for 2. 1 is not enough. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles won 1 Super Bowl. Now we are pursuing for 2. We can't settle for 1. 1 is not enough. Like, we need to move forward. We need to get past. We need to get past this Super Bowl. Like, we need to go to number 2. That's what we need to be mad. So pursue for 2. 1 is not enough is a nice way to put it. Period. It's nice way to put it. Star grade Ward, Quez Walk instead of Rager. Let those guys time. And you know what? I would bench Rager for one game. I would. I would put Rager on the freaking bench for one freaking game. I don't care. I would put him on the bench. I just see you. If it's Minshew time, you got to grow your mustache out, fam. Okay, bet. All right, bet. I grow it out. All right, I grow it out for you. Arguing that's I'll grow it out. Oh, Vicky, the organization tend to lose interest in players who don't develop quickly. Exactly. Like you said out the gate, unless you are an offensive lineman and have Jeff Stoutland as your coach. He is easily the best position coach on our team. Look what he did with Maria. I agree 100%. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. We are so impatient with any skill position besides an offensive defensive lineman, and I don't know why, but that's the only position that we seem like that we are okay to go along with. Okay, all right, he got time. Derek Barnett is trash. He should have been gone 2 years ago, but this is his final year. He's making $10 million. He's stealing $10 million from the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's still on the team. And we're going to make him play his whole 5 years out. He's on the team. But we are willing to give up on Jalen Hurts after 1.5 full season. We are willing to say, hey, let's bring in another quarterback. But we let Derek Barnett, what's the other guy named that tore his Achilles? Our cornerback, I forgot his name, right? And I said it earlier, but we are willing to give other positions 3, 4, 5 years. But the quarterback position, it seems like boom, 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 boom. Let's go. You're not the guy. We are moving on. Sidney Jones, we gave him 4 years. Like we gave him his almost his whole full rookie contract. We just not pick up his 50 option, but we gave him time to show me something. Hurry up, show me something. And then he was a second round pick. So I don't know. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Please do that. Please. I'm begging you because it helped this channel grow, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. I mean, I started a short time ago, and so far I'm growing. So I appreciate all the Philadelphia Eagles fans, all Philadelphia Eagles haters. I don't care. As long as you come on this channel, I will talk like literally. I'm not a brainwashed Philadelphia Eagles fan. I talk realistically, regardless if they like it or not. I'm here every Sunday doing the play-by-play, getting blown out, close game. I'm right here. Just come on by. Hey, Bobby Murphy, I give Rager, J-Jaw, and Dillard for Wilson. That's it. Ain't nobody going to want those guys. Wilson, oh, please. Come on, Bobby. Ain't nobody. And so you're going to give Rager that can't catch nothing, J-Jaw that caught like maybe 2 passes in 5 years, Dillard that's on the bench. Like, he can't even switch positions. He was only good at freaking left tackle. He ain't good at nothing else. Hell no, ain't no team gonna go for that. And I'm glad you put that little smiling face right there because you know that is a joke. Jim Johnson was the man of the DCs. Wish there was him. Agree. Do we even know what Seattle want? We want what Houston want for Watson. What does Seattle want? We do not know what Seattle want, but I'm assuming if you're gonna get rid of your franchise quarterback, you might want a quarterback back. That's the minimum, I know. If you're gonna get rid of Russell Wilson, you want a Jalen Hurts back because what you don't see in Jalen Hurts, some other team sees in Jalen Hurts. The Philadelphia Eagles, the only reason why we are leading the league in rushing the past 5 weeks is because of Jalen Hurts. If we have any other quarterback, that was not mobile, the Philadelphia Eagles would not be leading the league in rushing the pass for 5 weeks. It's only because of Jalen Hurts' mobility, and you have to literally go into every game saying, you know what, we got to watch out for this guy, watch out for this guy, watch out for this guy because he will kill you. He's averaging over 50 yards per game throughout the whole season. Jalen Hurts is averaging over 50-yard rushing per game. He has rushed for almost I believe he's at, man, I want to say this year at 690 something, almost at 700 yards rushing this year, 8 rushing touchdowns this year alone. But since he took over, he's almost at 1,000-yard rushing as the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles and 11 TD rushing. So you tell me, what do you want? A dual threat quarterback or a quarterback that's so predictable that he's standing in the pocket that teams know how to prepare for him? So you tell me what you want. Grandizer, it's kind of difficult to discuss. What do Eagles give up? A first rounder, we can be almost sure they want that, but what else? They have horrible O-line, and they need that bad. I know. You know what? That is a great point because Mariota might be in play. You know, Dickerson might be in play. That is an excellent point. Like, yo, if I was a Seattle Seahawks, I would want Jalen Hurts. Give me Dickerson. You could keep Mariota, but give me Hurts, Dickerson, your first round pick this year, and a second and a third next year. A second and then a following third next year. And I could build a winning team around those guys. Because why? Because you took my cap salary away, my salary cap away with getting Russell Wilson off my books. And now I got money to go out and build around a Jalen Hurts, a Dickerson that could play multiple positions, by the way, multiple positions. A first-round pick where I probably could draft a left tackle, a right tackle, or, anything else. Like running backs are a dime a dozen. You could get those in third, fourth, fifth round picks. It is what it is. If I'm Seattle GM, I'm like, okay, you want Wilson? Give me Jalen Hurts, Dickerson, first round pick this year, a second next year, and a third following year. And I'll make that deal because you know why? By the time you get to that third round pick, Russell Wilson is like 35, 36 years old. And who knows how good he will be then. But the Philadelphia Eagles are out of a right guard. They're out of a backup quarterback that could, take over if Russell Wilson get hurt by any chance. They're out of a first round pick where you possibly draft a defensive player to help that defense out. A second round pick that you could draft to help the defense out. It's just so murky. It's really, really, really murky. Grandizer. Seattle could want a 2020 first round pick, Mariota, Dickerson, and second or third. Yeah, look. And we don't know. A trade with Seattle may require a third-party team, so Seattle get one of the Eagles' 2022 first rounder and Jordan Mariota. Oh my God, that is a lot. That is a lot. I would not do that at all. I don't like that. JC Eagles talk. Don't do a Eagle fly. Just kidding. I won't. If Eagles had their O-line set, the defense set, only needed XY receiver, then it would make sense to get Russell. But that's not in that case. I agree. Philly halftime. Welcome to the stream, my God. I don't know what you see in Jalen Tebow. He's a bad passer. And you know what? And because of Philly halftime, that's all the criticism you have to say about Jalen Hurts. He's a bad passer. He got a lot of potential then. He's a good runner. He's a good team leader. He's a good captain. He's a good motivator. I mean, he will give his body up to win. If passing is your only issue, then I have to go with Jalen Hurts all day, every day, and twice on game day. Yes, please hit that like button. Like I said, subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Of course, if you like me or not, it is what it is. I tell the truth all day, every day, and twice on game day because I literally show emotions. I do play-by-play. I yell, I scream, I do all the stuff. But hey, it's up to you. Welcome to Philly. Yes, sir. I didn't realize that stat that we never went past five years with quarterback besides McNabb. I mean, we get rid of quarterback quick around here. And that's why we are stuck every year in the same situation. One of the pros of watching it here and not on Facebook is that you can see the comments, facts. You can see the comments on here. Grandizer, no, the Eagles are one player away from winning. No, the Eagles are one player away from winning Super Bowl. Eagles need inside linebacker, cornerback, free safety, strong safety, defensive end, and an X-wide receiver, secondary, offensive tackle, outside linebacker, defensive tackle, offensive guard. Don't need running back, tight end, kicker, punter. Am I correct? I would say you are right on the money. You are correct. 100% correct, Grandizer. That's what I appreciate you. You are 100% correct. Grandizer said, yes, I run the ball, take the burden off of Hurts, allow him to develop wide receiver sweep screens, even use tight ends and fullbacks. Look at the 49ers right now. The 49ers are winning ball games with Jimmy G. Everybody thought that drafting Trey Lance, that Jimmy G would be on the bench, including myself. I'm like, oh man, the 49ers, oh man, they are all in to win it. They're about to bench Jimmy G. And then Debo Samuel just started doing some sweeps. Ayuk, Elijah Mitchell. I mean, their offensive line, their tight end Kittle came back. I mean, right now they are clicking in all cylinders. And guess who's not in the backfield? Trey Lance, a first rounder, their first pick. Trey Lance is not in the backfield. Not because he's hurt, because guess what? He can't beat out Jimmy G when you have the weapons around a veteran wide receiver, a veteran quarterback. He knows better. He knows how to, call the plays, change the audibles, and do all that stuff. That's why Trey Lance, yes, he was hurt for a couple of games, but he's on the bench right now. Regardless, even when he was healthy, he was not coming over to take over for Jimmy G because y'all underestimating a rookie versus a veteran. So I say this to say that Jalen Hurts next year will be a veteran. This is his 1.5 year. His 16th game got completed last week. He's about to go into 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Like he will be a vet next year. He will learn in the offseason how to be more accurate, how to read defenses, because I'm pretty sure if you have a good quarterback coach / a good defense coordinator that will throw everything, the kitchen sink at Jalen Hurts, he will learn how to read certain coverages. That's why Trey Lance, nobody is calling for Trey Lance. I don't hear nobody say Trey Lance, bring Trey Lance in. No, they're not. Because you know why? Because Jimmy G is doing enough to win the game, but their defense is also stepping up, getting turnovers. Their linebackers are Pro Bowl linebackers. You got Bosa, you got Greenlaw. I mean, those guys are Pro Bowl defensive linebackers. So we need that and able to help a young quarterback out. So it's not just about getting rid of the quarterback. It's not always about that. Philly halftime. I don't think Jeffrey Lurie likes to run the ball as much as he like a high-power offense, a quarterback that can throw the football like a gunslinger, and that is not Jalen Hurts. I understand. but you have to have the weapons around, and you also have to have the defense around him. Carson Wentz was a gunslinger. He was a throw. Carson Wentz was always wanted the big play. That caught up to him when he did not have talent around him. When his offensive line was getting hurt, 9 out of 10, his running back was getting hurt. His defense line was getting hurt. He didn't have talent around him, so he could not sling it no more like he did in 2017, the Super Bowl winning year. But you saw the flashes at the end of 2019 when he had to win 4 games in a row, when the defense stepped up against bad teams, against the Giants, against the Washington football team, against the Giants, and then against the banged up Dallas Cowboys that snuck us into the playoffs. You saw what his potential was because team was getting hurt around him and the defense was playing a little bit above their level. Even when he turned the ball over, the defense was getting him the ball back. So besides the 2017 year, Carson was a slinger. He had 36, man, I believe between 33 and 36 TDs. This dude was on the verge of winning MVP. Why? He was throwing the ball to a Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. At the time, Nelson Aguilar was catching the balls. The tight ends. Excuse me. Zach Hurts led the league. As a matter of fact, he broke the tight end reception record that year. That Super Bowl year, Zach Hurts broke the tight end reception record because he was throwing it. He was throwing it, constantly just throwing it. But we also had the ground and pound when we needed it. The Blunt, Ajayi, the Clement. You know what I mean? We was just constantly the Sproles before he got hurt. But we was like built perfectly, offense and defense. Right now, offensive line can't even get to a high school quarterback right now. Since after week 5, week 6, Hargrave has not had a sack since then. Cox is like, hey, I'm just here to collect a paycheck. The only two players that are playing on defense is Big Play Slade and TJ Edwards. And he just came in 3-4 games ago. And that's my honest opinion. But Hargrave has been MIA since game number 5 or 6. He's been MIA. Loose throughout about what? Yes. To get the free safety and from Jets, absolutely true. I'm a huge fan of getting wide receivers out of unrestricted free agent pool. A team can find gems there, plug and play. I agree. I subscribe. Yo, I appreciate you subscribe to my guy, Grandizer, because he's always here, man. Yo, he's one of them loyal subscribers, man. And here we go. Boys for life. Wilson is not going to the Eagles. I listened to the conversation. Wilson never said he gonna waive the trade clause. Look, hey, yo, boys for life. You know how I feel about you. This is the first time I actually agreed with you. I hope that Wilson do not come to the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? You just put a smile on my face. So if you want to troll me right now, I will pop it up on screen because you just put a smile on my face. Hey, we don't want Wilson here. I mean, the Eagle fan base are split. Wilson or not, I'm pretty sure if you lay out the trade scenario, a 3 first-round pick for Wilson and this and that compared to, Hurts and building around him, it will be more of a 60, 70, 30 type of thing with Jalen Hurts staying as the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. But you have time saying so much, fam. No problem. Welcome, Bush Fly. I think Russell Wilson is going to Cleveland Browns. Hell no, I do not think. I think that Russell Wilson is going to the New York Giants, believe it or not. I promise you. I have a gut feeling that Russell Wilson will end up and at the New York Giants, which will also be bad news for the NFC East. But we'll get, we'll cross that path once we get there. Philly have time to go out. That would be nice. The Browns probably will do it in a heartbeat with draft picks. I don't think the Browns is moving on from Baker Mayfield anytime soon. Eagles meeting schedule exactly. The draft according to Tank. To Thinkathon 2022 and to draft Eagles pick position, non-Eagles pick 10. Yes, facts. Those are the current right now. Those are the current draft standings right now. If the season would have ended today, the Philadelphia Eagles, the number 9, that's the Eagles pick. The number 10 is Miami pick, which is embarrassing because a few weeks ago, we had the number 3 or 4 pick from Miami, but they are getting hot at the wrong freaking time. And then the Indy. Next week, I believe if Carson Wentz, I've heard it all throughout the week. If Carson Wentz play 100% of the snap next week, we are secured with our 70 and 75% play percentile. We get a first-round pick. So our first-round pick is secured from Indy next week if Carson Wentz play 100% of the snap. That was automatically the Eagles have 3 first-round pick. Can't nobody take that away besides Howie Roseman. So grandize the line. The Eagles are 7.5-point favorite in the game versus the Jets. I saw that. I saw they were 6.5, but now they are 7.5. Look, I'm kind of nervous. Watching the Philadelphia Eagles play against the New York stinking Giants was embarrassing to me. But I'm going to chalk it up to a bad day in the office. Like, everybody had a bad day in the office. I had to call off. I called off the next day because you know why? I didn't want to go to work and have a bad day in the office. So I called off. But guess what? I guess the equivalent of the Eagles, Jalen Hurts having a bad day, the team having a bad day, is calling off, that Sunday. But they can't. Unfortunately, they had to show up, but they didn't show out. But they just showed up and said, hey, guess what? We've been winning 3 out of 4. So hopefully this loss woke them up a little bit. And, hey, we'll see where we go from there. But I'm telling you right, we cannot lose against the New York Jets. We cannot. They are a little bit hot. They won 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 4 the past 4 weeks or so, but we cannot take them for granted. Matter of fact, my question today, right? I asked this fantasy sport person, what defense would you play? The Eagles versus the Jets or the Buccaneers versus the Falcons? They told me that the Buccaneers versus the Falcons because the Falcons are 30 rank, or the 31st ranked offense. I'm like, what? Man, the Eagles have a perfect matchup, but you can't sleep on the Jets because the past 2-3 weeks they've been in these games. They've been battling. So it's just like us just going into the Detroit Lions game. You can't sleep on no team because the Detroit Lions, since they got blown out by the Eagles, 44, whatever it was, they've been in every game before and after the Eagles. They've been in every game. So the Jets, look, the Jets got 3 wins. And right now they are playing pretty good right now. All right. So Joe Flacco is on that team. He was on the Eagles, second string quarterback. So I'm pretty sure he probably went there and told him some things that the Eagles love to do. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a cakewalk going to New Jersey, the Meadowlands, and coming out with the win. I just want to win. I don't care if it's by 1.2 points. I don't give a damn. We got a bye week the following week. We could get our offense together to go on a divisional run. We have, Coming out that bye week, we have the Washington football team, the New York football Giants, and the Washington football team, and the Dallas Cowboys. So we beat the Jets. We are sitting at 6-7. We go into the bye. And we wish the other team loses, in the meantime. And then we come off the bye. We take care of business. Guess what? 10-7 is possible if we take care of what we need to take care of, game in and game out. Period. It's possible. What's the news? What's going on, Jenks? What do you mean? What's the news? I've been on here for an hour and 35 minutes. You gotta be more specific than that. So I don't know what's the news. And I'm close about to get off this thing anyway. So at Philly halftime, I never knew they had YouTube channel like this. Laughing out loud, I'm new at this, but I like it. And you guys all keep it real. Look, I'm an Eagles fan. At the end of the day, I'm an Eagles fan. But at the same time, because I do have a channel, I do have other content creators that come on my channel, I have to do my research. When you do your research, you see that you're not the better team. Hey, you see your flaws on offense, on defense, at quarterback, at coaching. And then it's easy for you to say, oh, wow, I was being biased. So we're not going to go 17-0 or 16-1 or this and that. Like, you literally see that you're not as good as it says on paper because these other teams that you're going against, like the New York Giants. I had New York Giants content creators on my channel. I had to beg them. No lie. Go back and check the collabs I had with the New York Giants. I'm like, look, do not sleep. It's a divisional game. Like, no, the Giants gonna lose and blah, blah, blah. I had to convince them to keep their head up, keep your chin up. Because guess what? It's a divisional game. They play you twice a year as long as I could remember. So why are you being a sore loser and giving up because your team is like 3-7? It's a divisional game. And I turned out to be right. Even though I picked the Eagles to win that game, because the Philadelphia Eagles, correct me if I'm wrong now. I always say this, correct me if I'm wrong, has not won a game yet that they had not scored 30 points. So my prediction going into this Jets game, the Eagles need to score 30 points or they will lose the game. Because all the team they beat, the Falcons, I believe we scored 32 or 30 something against the Falcons. It was so long ago. We beat the Falcons. And what other team we beat? The Panthers. I believe we put up a 30 burger on the Panthers. And then we beat the Detroit Lions. Yeah, we put up a 40 burger on them. So I already know that. And then we beat the Broncos. We put up 40 burger on the Broncos. And then we beat the Saints. We put up 40 burgers. So look, just think about it. The Eagles have not won one game that did not score 30 points. So, and I told the New York Giants consecrated this. If we don't score 30, my prediction was 30-24. The magic number is 30. So we need to put 30 on the Jets or we will lose this game to the Jets. Because I don't believe in our defense that much that we could stop a team from putting up 25 to 30 like that. I don't trust our defense that we could keep our team from scoring 10, 15 points. And we scored 17, 21. I don't trust our defense. It is what it is. I don't trust our defense. I don't trust Jonathan Gannon. In order for us to win for the rest of the season, we need to be putting up 30 points until I see otherwise. until I see Jonathan Gannon bring the blitz. Why didn't he bring the blitz against a sorry behind Daniel Jones? We made Daniel, we sacked Daniel Jones one time. That's in fourth quarter, under 2 minutes, when he probably like, oh my God, hey, let's not throw the ball away. I want to take the sack and run the clock. That's when we got our sack. Like we literally did not get no sack on Daniel Jones when he came into this game, getting mollywopped by every team that he played, fumbling, interception, no fumble, no interception. We made Daniel Jones one of the best top 10 quarterbacks in that league that week. So what evidence do I have to go off of that the Philadelphia Eagles could win a game if they don't stop the team from getting 15, 17, that we could score 21, 24 points and win a game? Zero evidence. We need to score 30. In order for us to beat the Jets, we need to put up 30. I don't care how we put it up. We just need to get to 30 points. If we don't, the Eagles will lose this game. And I'm sorry to tell y'all Eagles fans that if the Philadelphia Eagles don't put up 30 points, we will lose this game. You know what I mean? But I don't want to end this in a low note. I do not want to end this at all in a low note. But look, the Eagles, the playoff picture is right in front of them. Right in front of them. The Cowboys have, the division to play still. There's no guarantee that they're going to beat Washington football team twice. There's no guarantee that they're going to beat the Giants another time. On the road, by the way, the Cowboys have not played no divisional opponents on the road. All the divisional games that they had was in Dallas. Guess what? And DC and Philly and Jersey. Woo! It's getting cold. Woo. Woo. Yo, I woke up this morning. It was, look, Alexa told me it was 31 degrees outside. It's getting cold around here. The Dallas Cowboys are a dome team. There's no guarantee that them boys, I guess that them boys, is ready to come out to the East Coast and win games. Dak Prescott is not from the East Coast. These boys are not from the East Coast. They are from down south and a dome, and a nice hot dome. So they used to playing on turf. Yo, this is grass, natural grass. Come on down. Let's go. So I'm so glad that all their divisional games that they played so far was in the dome. But now they have to travel. They have to travel to Washington. They have to travel to New Jersey, the Giants. And they definitely have to travel to Philly, the last game of the division, which I still think is up for grabs, especially, in my opinion, I feel like they are going to lose this upcoming Thursday night because the Saints are hungry. They are still in the playoff picture, and it's hard to beat the Saints at New Orleans and the Dome. Who that nation is going to rise up and show out and show the Dallas Cowboys that they are not a 5-16, and they are about to beat the Dallas Cowboys' ass on tomorrow night, and I'll be front and center to watch it on my TV. So I appreciate y'all, man. I love all y'all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because this channel cannot go on without y'all. And once again, I do have a collab with a New York Giant, with a New York Jets, content creator, possibly Friday night. If not, Friday Night Lights is on. That is your chance. I will put the link in the chat to come on. Look, content creators, fans, haters, I don't care who you are. I will drop the link in the chat. Friday Night Lights is going down. So meet me here at JC Eagles Talk. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. so it could go viral, so other people could know that we about to be here on Friday night and Sunday at 1 p.m. to watch the Jets versus the Eagles. As always, this is your boy. Go Birds.